learners, today we are delving into the versatile when expression in Kotlin. This construct allows us to replace lengthy if else chain and simply discussion making in our code. So let's explore the power of when together. It's basically a replacement of switch in Java. So let's code days of the week. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the code from the previous lecture. Now we have to print days of the week. Okay. So I'm gonna declare a variable, suppose val day Monday. Now I'm gonna use when day. Okay, so I'm using when day. I'm gonna use, suppose if it's Monday, then I'm gonna print ln. I'm gonna say, suppose it's the start of the week. Done. Now suppose if suppose it's Friday, so what I could do is uh, I could use comma if there are multiple conditions. Okay, so Friday, Saturday, then I'm going to use println. Weekend is, suppose here, and yep, and if I suppose want to use it's a regular day expression, then the rest all the days apart from Monday, Friday and Saturday is a regular day, right? So I'm going to use else. I'm going to say println. I'm just going to say it's a regular day, something like this. Okay, so this is how we can go with the when expression. So if I just try to run it, it should print it's a start of the day. So in this example, based on the value of day, different messages are printed. You can think of it as a concise replacement of series of if else statement. Okay, it's compiling, is taking a little bit of time. Let's see. Okay, it's the start of the week. Great. So let's take a second example. Okay, now what we are gonna do, we are gonna use when expression with range. Okay, so how to do it? I'm just gonna remove these. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a variable var and use a score, suppose 75. So I'm gonna put a range over here. Okay, I'm gonna use a range. I'm gonna say when score curly braces, when score is in between 90 dot 100. So this means when score is between 90 and 100, okay, between 90 and 100, then I'm gonna print excellent. Okay, and there is a simple difference between print and println. Println is used to change the line, print is used just to print the statement. It doesn't change the line. Okay. Now then again, suppose I want to say in, suppose 70 until 90. So this means from 70 to 90. Okay, until means, if you see the expression until means it doesn't include 90, but over here if I use two dots, it's basically including 100 as well. Okay, and until means it doesn't include 90. Okay, so I'm gonna say print ln good job. Okay, Now the next thing is else I'm gonna use, and then I'm gonna use println keep learning. Okay, I think we are done. So the score is 75, so good job must be printed. So here's the when expression checks the range of score and prints a corresponding message. It's particularly handy when dealing with numeric ranges. Okay, here we go. Good job. Great. So let's take a third example now of when. So we are going to check the type. Okay, what type of variable it is. Okay, so how to do it? I could say as suppose it's value. I'm gonna use any. I'm gonna say hello world. Sorry, hello world. Now, what is this any? Any includes any variable. Okay. So previously we were having int, string, character, boolean, things like that. But any, if you are writing, it means any variable. Value is the name of this variable, and any is the type. Basically, it's include all the variables. It could be anything. So I'm saying when, if someone is not sure as to what will be the value of that variable, so you could use any over there. Okay. So this is one more advantage of Kotlin over Java. So I'm going to say when value is, I'm going to use is string. So if value is string, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say println it's a string, right? Then we are going to say is int println, sorry, I'm going to say it's just copy this thing, paste it, it's an integer, just copy this thing, or else use else. You can use else as well. Else I'm gonna say println unexpected type. I'm gonna write. Okay. Done. If you run the code, this should print it's a string, because this is basically hello world is a string, so it should print it's a string. So the when expression is not limited to values. It can also check types, making it useful for handling different data structures. So if you see, it's a string. Okay. Now let's take one more example of multiple conditions. Okay. Now we are gonna combine all the three conditions which we have used earlier and gonna make it in one. Okay. So let's take a variable called r of day. And I'm gonna say the r of day is 12. I'm gonna say when. So if you see, I'm not putting a condition, or I'm not passing r of day over here. Okay, just simply saying over here that r of day is less than 12, then print. If it's less than 12, then I want to print and then good morning. Okay, now then again I'm gonna say r of day in, suppose, range 12 to 17, so make sure 12 and 17 both are included in this. Okay, r and day between 12 to 17, then I'm gonna say println good afternoon, else I'm gonna print ln. I'm gonna say good evening. Okay, so if it's less than 12, that means good morning. Between 12 and 17, it's good afternoon, and afterwards, it's good evening. Okay, so let's see. Let's run the app and see what happens. So this should print good afternoon because it's including 12 and 17. So 12 is included. So this is, I think, this should be the output. Good afternoon. Great. So with when you can also use it without an argument. As I told, there is no argument over here. Here it checks different conditions based on time of the day. Okay, and there you have it. The when expression is a powerful tool for handling various conditions in a concise and readable way. It makes your code more expressive and easier to maintain. So go ahead, explore its flexibility and leverage its capabilities in your Kotlin project. Happy coding. Meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.